Welcome to the after show. And Leroy's back. Leroy, you missed our last one, but you can take part in our next one. And we're not going to do it for this segment, but our last video, we rated our top 80s movies. 80s movies.
Lord.
That was a good one.
And people want to hear 90s, so the next one we're going to do is 90s.
Nice.
But first, because you're back from your honeymoon, we need to discuss. Leroy actually asked us to discuss what we thought of his wedding.
Yeah, like I pretty much, wedding was over. You left early, and I understand why. Tired. I get it.
No. My son had a game, his first hockey game early the next morning, so I had to.
Right.
I had to go for that. I wanted to be energetic for that.
So we haven't been able to talk since the reception. So I'm curious. I'm like, all this talk and whatnot. Do you want to know what I thought first and foremost?
Hell yeah. Okay,
Yes.
good. Yes.
So like I've been saying the entire time leading up to the wedding, the most important thing is that Tina and I say I do.
Yes.
And I meant that, because if I didn't mean that, there were so many issues that popped off.
What?
That, I'm a little bit tight about. Things didn't go perfectly it wasn't even close to being perfect. So
Really?
yeah.
We would never have known.
Never.
At least I know I didn't notice anything.
So on execution, I would give it a 5.5 out of 10.
Wow.
Okay.
Really?
Yes, a 5.5 out of 10. But we'll save that for later, because I
How
know we got
stressed
some.
were you by
I wasn't
all of it?
stressed by it, but I thought there were a lot of simple things that could have been just done correctly, and they just weren't. But people are people, so you just got to deal with it and keep it rolling.
Wow.
Never would have
Yeah.
known.
I just noticed that it started a little late.
Did it? I didn't even. What time was it?
Well, it was 5:00 start, and the actual ceremony started at 5:45.
And it was supposed to start at 5:30, so
5
15
Oh,
minutes
all right.
later.
15
Okay.
minutes, yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
More than the 2:00 that I thought it was supposed to be.
It was a little late.
It wasn't the grooms. It wasn't me. We were set. We were waiting. So yeah, that's the bride and the bridesmaids.
Yeah. It was interesting. I didn't know that you were going to have our friend Aaron all of a sudden when everything started.
Oh my God.
Our friend Aaron, who was also a guest.
Yeah.
He's in the back corner of the room pushing on an iPad. And he was like playing the music and stuff for your ceremony. Was that a last minute thing? Or
No, I had asked him maybe 2 or 3 weeks before that if he would be willing to do that, because they didn't have a system there.
Okay.
So I was like, well, we want music playing and whatnot. So Aaron showed up around 4:00 and we went over it, and there were issues with that, even going over it. Like, we had 2 speakers. One was in the back left corner, one was in the front, and you're supposed to get a full room, but they wouldn't connect to the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi. And so we only had one going. And then Aaron and I's communication must have been off, because I was giving him head nods to play like the next thing, and
your head nods turn into hand motions. I saw Leroy doing the right hand, like, yo, go ahead, lower, turn it down, turn it down a little bit.
But again, it didn't seem like a problem. Like, I, as a guest, I didn't notice that.
That's good. That's great.
Yeah, I noticed. I just, whenever I go to anything, it could be a wedding, it could be a talent show for school. Definitely, if I go to a concert or something like that, I'm always paying attention to all how it's set up, and if they're hitting things on time. So that's just me being nitpicky, but it wasn't like a big thing that I think.
The timing for when everyone was supposed to walk out as individually, all jacked up.
What do you mean?
It was all messed up. There were parts where I want to say the groomsmen were walking down and the music wasn't playing. It was just.
Oh, I didn't even
And we
notice
had
that.
rehearsal.
Really?
We had rehearsal. I think what happened, though, is the people at the venue, someone showed up to help do things that weren't there for the rehearsal. And that also just threw things off. So yeah, there's pictures and videos, and you can see both Tina and I kind of with faces like, this is in the wedding. This is like when we left to walk, when it was over, and everyone's music was supposed to hit, and we kind of like paused, Yeah, it was 5.5
That's the only
out of
thing
10.
I did notice was that you walked out with there was no music.
It's supposed to be music.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't even know if I noticed that.
Melissa didn't know the second
God.
you made an appearance.
Really?
Bawling.
Really?
Like,
I don't listen. I don't even know. Weddings are just emotional. I don't know what it is.
like bawling.
No, it was nice, and I didn't even bring tissues.
Oh, I know, because I
should've.
heard someone go, Melissa, do you need a tissue?
No, I know.
Yeah.
What about the actual ceremony? I'm curious to, once everyone's standing up there,
Yep.
I'm curious to hear what you guys thought about the actual ceremony, because Ramiro, your wife said something to me afterwards that I'll tell you after I hear what you guys thought. Yeah.
Okay, ceremony. I'm not a big ceremony guy, so for me it's always the shorter the better.
Yep.
But I don't at any point feel like it ran too long.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a B+.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like if it was exceptionally like short, I'd be like, yeah, A. But there was nothing about it that I'm like, oh my God, shut up.
See, I don't necessarily I don't like long, like drawn out ceremonies, but I don't necessarily dislike, a decent length ceremony. To me, it's not the shorter, the better. It's like, I don't want to say the entertainment value, but like I like knowing a little bit sometimes of like the story of your love and stuff like that. And I thought it was really nice. I thought the vows.
Okay.
They're really good.
Okay.
I think you both did a really good job.
Appreciate it.
Tina didn't seem as nervous as you thought she might have
Oh,
been.
but she was nervous. Trust me.
She did a really good job. The officiant.
Yep.
He was entertaining. I liked him. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. For me, I thought it was an A. I liked it. I did. I enjoyed it.
I just would have liked to have heard you guys a little bit better. The microphone up there was okay, but I felt like it could have been louder because there was a couple points where I couldn't hear what Tina was saying.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
But other than that, yeah, I agree. I think it was a perfect length. I don't think it was too long or too short. And I didn't even notice the stuff you were talking about with the music. Like even Aaron that was playing the music made a comment after like, yeah, I didn't play. And I'm like, it didn't? I didn't even know. I didn't even notice.
I could tell just because, again, Leroy's hand motions. And Aaron, at one point, like made a slight like combination of panicked and annoyed face. And you could tell that he was like, he was doing that thing where it's like, it's a touch screen. And he was like, if I touch it harder, it's going to work. And it wasn't working.
Oh, one other thing. So I started doing this because you know how everybody like looks at the bride when the bride's coming or whatever. And I always make a point to make sure I look at the groom. And I was looking at you when she was getting ready to come in. You looked so happy.
Wow.
You look like, people always say like brides have like this glow to them. You had a glow too.
You did.
And that made me really happy to see you so happy.
Yeah. It was leading up to that. I mean, obviously Tina makes me happy, but also seeing my sons.
Yes.
Like, I've never seen them all dressed up. I've never seen them dressed up, period.
Wow.
So to see them, and I'm going to give you some inside information. Here, check this out. The suits are from Amazon.
Shut up.
Way, really?
Yes.
So it wasn't Nicole's dress.
So here's the thing. I wasn't sure they were going to fit, like it was going to fit them right. So when I first saw them, I was like almost cried because I'm like, you guys look so nice and everything fits so well.
Wow.
However,
that's big.
My middle son, Xavier, his bow tie and his shoes didn't show up. So the morning of the wedding, I went back to Boston to pick them up. And then we went to Men's Warehouse and I had to match up with, and I got it pretty close. So, but besides that, I think it felt so nice to see my sons with me, my daughter on the other side, my brother there, my mom there, and to see her family, her mother and her father there. And then when she came down the aisle, it just really
Amazon, huh?
I know, that's
Amazon.
crazy.
I love it. There was a lot of people it's funny because I don't know. It's something about women. When you tell them they look nice, they feel like they got to either tell you how much they got cost because they got a really good deal, or where they got it because they got a good deal there. And Nicole was like, yep, got mine from Amazon. And so did Aaron's wife. She got hers from Amazon. And I just, like, they never would have known. Look great.
What did Nicole say?
Nicole said that my wedding vows, she was just like, she thought what you said to her was great. And she was like, man, Leroy, what you said to Tina was really, now I don't know if she really meant it and it was just in the moment, but she was just like, yo, it was really, really touching too. And I was like, you know what? I appreciate that.
Of course she
it's like, thanks.
It.
And so, I thought that part went well. But like I said, I gave it a 5.5 out of 10 as far as execution. There was just too many things. I almost, downstairs getting ready with my sons and my brother, I went down to pick something up and I heard a tear in my suit.
Oh God.
And so from that time on, I'm like walking very careful and whatnot. Fast forward, wedding's over, reception's over, all that. I'm back out the Airbnb that we're staying at. And I reached down and I split the pants.
See?
I mean, so at least it happened after. But could you imagine?
The devil's trying to get you. God had your back. All right, so let's see what else.
Ceremony. I mean, reception.
Reception was good. I enjoyed the reception.
Music was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, music was good. Your middle son was entertaining as hell,
What
man.
was?
His middle son, Xavier.
Xavier.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
you could the other two were a little more reserved, and having a good time.
Yep.
He was enjoying he was really enjoying the party.
He's the one when he was like 4 or 5. I think I said this on air. He's the one I was like, oh, I got to watch him. Because I walked in the room one time and he was sitting with his arms around 2 grown women. And there were more women on the couch and he's in the middle. He's like, so what's up, ladies?
Yeah,
and I said, I got to watch him. So yeah, when he came through and started dancing, I said, here we go. Here we go. Y'all not being honest though, because I thought the food out of a 10.
Oh, we didn't get to the food.
Oh,
part.
Yeah, the food I wasn't.
Salmon was
wasn't
overcooked.
thrilled.
The chicken wasn't great.
No,
I've had a
the
lot
chicken.
better food, but it was.
I'd say 7, maybe 6.5.
Nah,
7.
you just drop it to about a 5, 5.5.
I say about 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
You gotta be honest.
There was nothing. I didn't have any of the cake, but you guys had the
was
cake,
good.
so
I liked the cake.
The cake was good, and I love cheese and crackers.
Yes.
Cheese and crackers makes me so happy. I could just eat cheese and crackers forever.
You could have had a little more variety when it came to the appetizers coming through.
You're right.
I'll put a criticism on the place, not you guys. They didn't tell anybody it was a cash bar. So 96.9% of the people had to go down to the ATM and get cash because no one carries cash on them.
Here's a funny
No
story.
one carries. Oh, God.
So Cadillac, our old program director, he was there, right?
Oh, my God.
And at one point, I don't know where I went. I come back. He's gone. Nicole's gone. I said, "Where's Nicole?" And I think you were the one you're like, she went with Cadillac to the ATM.
Like a half hour.
Yeah, it's a cash bar. Finally, they come back. Nicole tells me after, she's like, Cadillac was arguing with the bar. When she said it's a cash bar, he goes,
Right.
"What do you mean it's a cash bar?" She goes, "It means we're a cash bar." And he goes, "Well, what about a debit card?" And she said, "It's a cash bar." And he said, "But a debit card is like cash.
Oh, my God.
Can't you take a debit card?" Sir, it's a cash. So now she's getting mad about him arguing about a debit card. Nicole finally said, "Do you have an ATM?" "Yeah, there's an ATM downstairs or whatever." And she's like, "All right, no problem. Let's go to the ATM." They're walking to the ATM, and Cadillac goes, "How much are you planning to take out?" And she said, "Probably like $100." He goes, "Do me a favor, take out 200 and I'll write you a check." And she goes, "What? I thought, what about your debit card?" And he goes, "I don't have a debit card. I just have a credit card and my key." He had no wallet, nothing. He had a credit card
And a key.
and one key to his place. And she said, "Why do you have just one key? Why not a keychain?" He goes, "I took an Uber." And she goes, "But what about the credit card?" And he said, "Well, in case I had to, buy drinks." And she said, "But you were just arguing with the bartender for 10 minutes
about
about a debit card."
Right. How was he going to write her a check if he didn't have a check on him?
He already sent it to our house. He mailed it to it.
Oh,
He mailed it to the house.
God.
Yeah. I'm like, why is there a check from Cadillac?
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
And Nicole was like, "I am not." She ripped it and threw it in the trash.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
And I have to tell him because he literally sent the check and he wrote, please cash this, or you're gonna mess up my the way like his like his bank
funny.
His bank balance or whatever it is. Yeah, he was for 10 minutes arguing about a debit card that he didn't have. So like if she eventually was like, fine.
Yeah, right. I'll take a debit card. Well, I don't have one.
So speaking of Cadillac, it was good to look up. Only one person that said they were coming didn't make it. And it was good to look up and see the different factions of my life, work, home, one side of the family, another side of the family. It was just good to see people there with smiles on their faces and good energy.
Isn't that always weird though?
Yeah.
Because you're always like, you don't realize it until like an event like that you're like, oh wow, I have like all these different like friends from different things.
Yep.
All different types of people.
And they all know like, not that they don't know the real you, but they all know like a version of you. Mm-hmm. And now seeing them all together mingling, it's like, this is kind of weird.
Funniest thing is when we took a picture together, and Tina and I, and we all got with you guys to take a picture. So people, there was 2-3 people taking pictures of us. One of them is her dad, who is a super fan and listens every single. He was moving quicker than I've ever seen him move in my life. I was cracking up. He was just taking his pictures with a smile on his face. But it was moments like that trump the 5.5 grade that I give for the execution of the wedding, where overall the vibe, the energy, the feel, I'll give it a 10. Mm-hmm. I give it a 10. It was
you all were surrounded by love.
Yeah. That covered up all the other blemishes of the wedding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are all nitpicky things though. There was nothing like strikingly like, oh my God, what's going on here?
I will say the actual venue, oh my God, it was beautiful. Like the weather,
worked
the
out.
Backdrop of just the greens and the group photo. When are we going to see that group photo? Because that was really cool.
Well, the pictures they're starting to roll in. Of course, the first lady, Tina, she got to overlook them. And once she does, and I think she's getting close to being done, we'll put them up.
Oh, just the way the sun was coming into the venue where you guys were getting, it was so pretty. Like it was just so nice.
Real quick, Ramiro, because you got married in the time that we live in now, for the most part, what did you do with all the pictures, the digital pictures? Did you make a wedding book or photo album?
I don't remember.
It must not have, because I would imagine in your house you'd be like, oh, the wedding book's over there.
Nicole hated. That's why we're gonna do a 10-year like vow renewal in a couple years, because she hated the way she looked at our wedding.
What?
Because she had Lucy 2 weeks before, so she still looked fresh from having a baby. Yeah, I remember leading up to it, she was just like, "How are we gonna do this? We're having the baby. We don't know the baby's going to be born. The wedding, what if the baby doesn't come out until the day of the wedding?" I said, then we're going to freaking take the damn iPad and put it in the room. Let everyone at the ceremony be enjoying the party and say, "Hey, thanks for coming, everybody."
Yeah.
We'll FaceTime. And I said, we'll figure it out. That June was crazy. Lucy was born June 2nd. The next week, my son graduated high school. The next week was the wedding.
Damn.
It was like bam, 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 craziness. But yeah, I don't think we
And her birthday.
Her birthday was the day of the wedding. Yeah. I don't think we did any. I mean, we have pictures because I remember we had a photographer come. I think we have him.
You should get one.
I think we have him somewhere.
You should get one. Are you going to get one, Leroy? A photo album?
we talked about it. And that's something we want to do.
I know they're people consider them like old school or whatever, but like I look at like my parents. Like, it'll be nice, like, for your kids to look at down the road and just, like, all of them together and not just, like, here's my phone with my parents' pictures on it.
One more thing before we wrap this up.
Yes.
You said my middle son he put on a show, huh?
Oh, my God, he was hilarious.
You want to know part of the reason why he put on such a great show?
Why?
He linked up with our good friend Aaron down the hall.
No.
Say less. Say less.
Aaron kept
That's
on
all
saying-
I'm gonna say.
Yeah. He kept on saying to me, he's like, yo, you want a gummy? You want this? You want that? I'm like, Aaron, yo, you don't understand how serious I was taking the hockey game the next morning. I was like, I don't even want to get high tonight. Wow. I'm like, I got to go to bed early. I can't drink any of that stuff. One more thing.
Yeah.
I'm so mad at myself for not giving you this as a gift. So you need to create it on your own.
Okay.
It's called the fight box.
Okay.
Yes.
I always give this to people as gifts for the wedding. So what you got to do, you got a box, right? You throw in like a bottle of wine, some snacks, shit that you guys both like. And you need to write, you have an assignment. You need to write a letter and Tina needs to write a letter. Not like your vows. It's all of the things about Tina that you love. What you love about her. And her vice versa. Anyway, take all this crap, throw it in a box, throw some gummies in there too, if you, whatever you want. Just like all fun stuff. Put it in the closet or under the bed. Your very first like hardcore argument post-wedding, you just have to have an agreement. Doesn't matter what you're fighting about. Doesn't matter what you're fighting. You go to the closet, under the bed, pull the box out, read each other the letters, enjoy whatever's in there, and remind yourselves why you're doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I always give it to people, and I'm like, use it when you have your first fight. Because I have one friend who I said, hey, have you used the fight box yet? And he said, oh, we did it that night after the wedding. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, oh, because I had snacks and we were hungry. And I said, you idiot. You're supposed to do it. I go, were you fighting? He goes, no, of course we weren't fighting. It was the night we got married. I said, it's a fight box. It's not a snack pack at a movie theater.
Well, let me ask you this. When you use the fight box, are you supposed, do you have to both agree to use it? Or does one of you, or can either one of you say, all right, it's time for the fight box?
Well, the agreement is you write the stuff down, you put it away, and you agree, first big fight that we have, we go to it. It could be one person suggest. If somebody suggests it, you have to do it, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, so... But that's why it has to be like a fight. It can't be just like you're mad at me. It's got to be like both of you being like, this is some bullshit. I can't believe I married this idiot.
Somebody's ready to walk out.
Yeah. And then you're like, all right, let me remind myself. Because I mean, you know that happens.
Yeah.
You know, you have those moments. But it's the fight box, baby. Yeah. It is A+. All right. Well, thank you for listening to the after show. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Next time, possibly, the best 90s movies of all time, according to us.